Yeah. A little wobbly. Wow. Really pretty. Beaver Dam. So it's about almost 4 o'clock, and even though the sun is still fairly high in the sky, we only have about another hour till it gets pretty dark out here, and the temperature is starting to drop. So I don't think it's going to get too cold, but at the same time, I'm sweating up a storm, so I don't want to be too cold tonight. So we might get dried off and changed as much as we can, at least change my shirt when we get to the campsite. Definitely getting into some scrub pine forest here, and obviously this whole area, Wharton and Brendan Burn, the Batona Trail, Bass River, it's all part of the Pine Barrens, but this is how the Pine Barrens actually got its name. So these are the Pine Barrens here. We get into these scrub pine forests, all these short little pines growing in the sandy soil. So unfortunately, it does look like we're going to get stuck on the trail after dark. We are still walking. Still seem to have over 3 miles to go till we get to Bass River Campground. Honestly, it feels like we've walked about 20 miles today. That's how it feels. You know, I really should have had to start earlier. I had Googled how long does it take an average person to walk 10 miles, and it gave me an estimate of about 2.5 hours. So I planned about 3 hours, but then we ended up getting a late start because of our little detour at the beginning, and then it's taken us a lot longer than that. So I don't know whether that was just not correct or whether we are slower than the average person, because we got 2 younglings here, heavy packs on our backs, but I can tell you this does not feel like 10 miles. It feels like at least 15, 20. So don't underestimate the Batona. So it's about 10 after 5 o'clock, and we still have a little bit less than 3 miles to go. Like I said, this just has seemed unbelievably long to me, and definitely underestimated how long it would take, or how long it would even feel for a 10-mile hike. But yeah, we're gonna finish it, and we're still going strong. And if we had done this before daylight savings time, we would be golden. But unfortunately, it just gets so dark now. Oh man, so less than 2 miles now. It is pitch dark out. Good thing we have plenty of light, but we're navigating these boards, and half of them are broken here. We are getting close to the campground. Just crossed over Allen Road, but we are now on this kind of walkway, and navigating it in the dark is not easy with some of these boards being broken. But this has definitely been quite an adventure. I'm starting to get my 2nd or 3rd or 4th or 5th wind, or whatever it is here. So 1.5 miles. All right, we are officially finished with the Batona Trail for the day. We just got off on Stage Road, and our campsite is actually right through the woods there, but because we have to hike along a busy road, in the dark, we called some reinforcements. So Mom is coming to pick us up and take us to the rest of the way into the campground. If it were in the daytime, we could probably easily forage through the woods there and hit our campsite, because it's literally right through the woods. But in the dark, it would be very hard and dangerous with the road. So few minutes we're eating, sitting here by the street corner, ready to go hit up our campsite. What are you boys doing over there? So they were they're in good spirits. They weren't in good spirits about half an hour ago, but now that we're finally done, it's amazing how fast young folks recover from hardship. Reinforcements have arrived. Woohoo! All right, so we are at our camp and we've got everything set up. I don't think we're going to be hiking tomorrow. I think we're just going to get picked up. We're all beat up. It was a lot more intense than we had anticipated. I know I haven't done anything like this in a while, obviously. So, but everybody's feet are hurting, everybody's shoulders are hurting. I am chafed beyond belief. So I cannot physically walk tomorrow unless I want to look like the bow-legged cowboy. Unfortunately, this is it for us in terms of walking. But it was a nice experience, and you know, it's a nice to be able to camp. It did get cold. It got pretty cold out, so it's supposed to get down to about 45. And as you can see, my breath. So it went from being, you know, pretty warm and, you know, typical Jersey fall weather. Now it's getting cold at night, but we're proud that we were able to finish it. We did 1/5 of the Batona Trail. It almost killed us. No, just kidding. It felt like it at times, but it was a really nice experience, and it was a great challenge. So we had a great time. Right now we're about to try some chili mac. So the only problem is I don't know where the bathrooms are in this place, so I hope it doesn't impact us like that. So we'll see. Alright, so this stuff is pretty good, to be honest. You have to let it sit a while. Let it kind of molder. Otherwise the noodles will be way too hard. But it tastes pretty good once you let it sit a bit, cook a bit. As to whether there will be any adverse effects later on, Jared and I will tell you. We'll let you know. Alright, so Bobby's trying to work on figuring out his inflatable pillow, so that should be interesting. I bought 3 of them, for all of us. And I did end up getting bed mats for all of us as well. Actually, I found 2 of them up in the attic. There's a nice little set. There's my setup here. And then there's their setup, if you can see it. Come on, Jared. Catch the ball. His hands are probably freezing. Well, it was a cold night. But we made it through. Jeez. Alright, so we're getting our camp packed up, and like I said, we're not hiking back today. Everybody's too worn out from yesterday, so we are gonna keep packing up everything and get picked up by Mom and head home and relax. The good thing is no after effects from the chili mac, so pretty solid so far.